Hello and welcome to the news at 1. I'm Ayala Balogun. President Muhammadu Buhari has formally granted audience to the vice presidential candidate of the governing APC and former governor of Borno State, Senator Kashim Shettima. The president, who listened attentively to a flowery speech by his guest, struck a chord of humor by saying, "I will formally respond to your remarks when handing over to you and your boss, God willing." Ogun State Governor-elect, Osun State Governor-elect Adedamola Adeleke and Deputy Governor-elect Kola Adeusi have received their certificates of return at the INEC office headquarters, Osogbo, Osun State. INEC's Supervising National Commissioner in charge of Osun, Oyo and Ondo, Professor Kunle Ajayi, presented the certificates of return. Wasil Rahuf has details.
The certificate of return confirms that Ademola Adeleke and his running mates have been duly elected as the next governor of Osun State. The joyous occasion afforded the governor-elect Ademola Adeleke the opportunity to appreciate the people of Osun State and God Almighty for his victory at the polls. Adeleke also reaffirmed unflinching commitment to his campaign promises.
This victory would not have been possible but for the goodwill of the patriotic men, young and old. I am overwhelmed by your love and support, and I do not take this trust you have bestowed on me for granted.
INEC National Officer in charge of Osun, Oyo and Ondo assured Nigerians that the commission will now rest on its oars in sustaining the tempo of success recorded during the off-season elections as the general elections hold in 2023.
I would like to thank every stakeholder that contributed towards the successful conduct of this election, from the National Peace Committee to our developmental partners.
With the presentation of certificates of return to the governor-elect, the transition committee is expected to be set up for a smooth handover to the new administration on November 27th in Osogbo. Wasil Rauf, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Abeokuta has advised members of the Ogun State Council of others to support the efforts initiated by the state government in stemming the tide of juvenile delinquency to assist the youth in becoming useful for the society. The governor stated this at the third quarter statutory meeting of the Ogun State Council of Others in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Lukman Adifesa's report is now presented.
Describing cases of juvenile misconduct in the state, which include kidnapping, unruly behavior, cultism, and get-rich-quick syndrome, among other violent crimes, as worrisome, Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Tokunbo Talabi, said the state security outfits have been mobilized to address the situation. The governor maintained that anyone found culpable of any act capable of disturbing public peace will be prosecuted. Aside this, Governor Abiodun says any building harboring cultists or kidnappers in the state will be pulled down and the owners will be arrested and prosecuted.
A situation of total breakdown of law and order cannot be allowed to exist. And we will not fold our arms to allow these things to happen. It is necessary for us to mention it at this meeting because we are the ones that are there in the communities. Some of them might call themselves obas, some of them call themselves bales. As far as the institution or the administration is concerned, we make no difference between an illegal oba as being more grievous than an illegal bale.
The chairman, Ogun State Council of Obas and Nakarigbo of Remo Land, Oba Babatunde Ajayi, called for a decentralized security in Nigeria.
Yes, we will continue to take our Amotekun, we will continue to take the... But most of us, we know, we have our own local community. Government has to see a way of funding this our local security arrangements.
The Permanent Secretary, Ogun State Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Kola Fagbon, assured the public that all the vacant stools of traditional rulers in the state will be filled soon.
First Public Relations Officer, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, says the increasing rate of immorality, crime wave and other social vices among youths is worrisome and called for urgent intervention by relevant stakeholders in securing the future of the Nigerian youth. He stated this in Abeokuta, Ogun State, at a public lecture organized by the Federal College of Education, Oshiele. Muyiwa Amomi's report is here presented.
Speaking on the topic insecurity and get-rich-quick syndrome, the implications for the Nigerian society, the first PRO Olumuyiwa Adejobi decried the craze for wealth and material possessions among youth and called on relevant stakeholders to play their part effectively in curbing the menace to evolve a better society. CSP Adejobi also stressed the need for Nigerians to be more committed to the affairs of God to have a crime-free society.
We need to undergo certain transformations, starting from personal transformations that individuals in Nigeria must change their psyche towards security in Nigeria. They must see assisting security agencies as a civic responsibility. There is structural transformation. We need to review our structures so that all of them can be functional and towards having good delivery in this country.
The Provost, Federal College of Education, Oshiele, who commended various government interventions programs in addressing youth literacy in Nigeria, called on government to empower the nation's institutions in checking youth immorality.
We need to look into what are the problems abound in our society. Right? Not only in educational parlance, but generally. And we have discovered that the issue of insecurity is germane to especially to our youth that we produce.
The first PRO, CSP Olumuyiwa Adejobi, was later recognized with an award of excellence in recognition of the unique role being played by the Nigerian police force in stemming the tides of insecurity.
The Nigeria Customs Service, Ogun 1 Area Command, has generated 3.4 billion revenue between January and June 2022 from seized contraband goods. The area controller, Bamidele Makine, stated this at a press briefing in Abeokuta, Ogun State. Anthony Gandanu reports.
Mr. Makinde told journalists that 3,400,226,707 naira was the total estimated duty paid value of the seizures made during the period under review. He said 1,433 cartons of frozen poultry products, 25,906 bags of foreign parboiled rice of 50 kg each, 20 motorcycles, 289 cartons of tomato paste, 258 sacks, and 661 wraps of cannabis sativas, among other contraband goods, were intercepted from smugglers.
The estimated duty paid value of items since this year, which is 3.4 billion, is higher than that of last year's record, which was 834 million. That is about 400% increase.
He attributed the success of the command's anti-smuggling offensive to commitment to duty by the operatives and continuous stakeholders' engagement, among other strategies. In Abeokuta, Anthony Gandonu, NTA News.
And that concludes the news at 1. I'm Anyalah Balogun. Good afternoon.